Hello and welcome. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining today's live stream. So I will be drawing two cute little birdies taking a bird bath using lots of color, and it should be fun. Okay, so let's get started. Right now, as you can see, this is a screen share of my phone. I am using the adobefresco app. And what you're looking at are the two birds. I've pre-sketched them. On the left side of the screen, if you've never used the Adobe Fresco app, are the different brush types. So these are the three different brushes. There's an eraser tool. There's a move selection tool that lets you transform things and do a whole bunch of other things. There's the paint bucket tool. I can fill in a whole thing with whatever color is selected. And up top, I will undo all of that. Go back to select the brush. On the right side are different layers, so you can draw in each of these layers. Typically that's how I work. And at the bottom there are more tools if we scroll through this carousel of choices. So there's a lot you can do with this app. This video is not a tutorial, but just to let you know. And right here in the middle is the canvas, so this is where we'll begin drawing. Okay, so I will create a new layer, and I will begin by coloring in the bird on the left. So I will select this brush here, and I'm going to select this brush called Impress Control, and I will click on this blue circle, which will open up the color palette. So these are recent swatches. This is a color wheel, so you can go around on a color wheel and choose different colors. These are the values, the HSB sliders, so if you know the exact colors that you want to use, you can punch them in. And okay. Alright, but I have some colors here that I already want to use, so I will choose this orangey color down here and adjust my brush size. There's also this option which will let you manipulate brush settings, so I can increase the space, which will allow more light. So I'm going to reduce that spacing. My brush size is set to 228. I'm going to reduce it to about 100, somewhere around there. We're just coloring in this bird, so here we go. Color in this bird on the left. Color it in. And color in the head. So you'll notice I have 3 layers here, and I can merge them all into one. If I did another layer right above it, this particular brush will allow me, the more I layer it, you can kind of see how it makes it darker. Each brush is a little bit different, as well as you can choose how much color is being applied. So this is very transparent. The lower I drop it and more intense, more opaque it is, the higher I go. So I kind of have it like right here in the middle. Right, so that's the bird on the left. So let's merge those 2 layers together. And I need to color that again. So let's choose that color. I've chosen a bright yellow. And we'll add the beak. So you'll see that the yellow is above that orange color, and because it's on its own layer, I can erase that overlap and it will only erase the yellow. And move that back. Alright, now we're ready to go to the bird on the right. I will choose a different color for this bird. It's bright pink. And let's just color it in. And the head. The head to be a little bit darker. And next, let's color in this beak. Choose that orangey color again. And as you can see, I'm going all out of that line. I'm on top of that pink color. And because it's on its own layer, I can select this eraser tool. I'm going to reduce the size because last time it erased too much. Okay, it's the beak. Let's clean up these lines. Okay, we have our two friends here, and in the layers you can see kind of a bird's eye view. Alright, next I want to add some texture to the actual bird. So we'll work with the bird on the left. I'll create a layer right above it, change out the brush, and I want to select this one called Strange Wave. I will choose a darker color, it's orange color. Now I will open up the brush settings, see how this brush is behaving. I will reduce the space in it a teeny bit. The brush size is set to 55. That may be okay, I won't know until I actually draw on this bird. So here we go. And I'm just adding the feather-like strokes to the belly of the bird. And you'll see me go through and change colors just to add more layers and a variety of bright color to this bird. Now let's do the arm. And what you'll see is I'm actually following the shape, the direction of the arm. And this little tail feather. Okay, and let's merge that down. Now it's time for the head, so I will choose a color, I think this dark orange. And I'm going to follow the shape of the head is round, so we'll draw a round shape. And usually the head, the feathers of the bird kind of overlap over the body, so that's what I'm drawing here. Okay. Alright, that's birdie on the left. Let's merge that together. And let's take care of this bird on the right. So I will make a layer right above the pink. Let's choose, I guess, this purplish color. We're going to continue with the same brush and add in some texture. And choose a lighter color. Let's try this color here. Actually, I'm going to use this slider and make it even lighter. There we go. Okay, time to do this side. I think I want to change the angle of this brush, so I'm going to put it, maybe it needs to be 0. Try one more time. Undo that and go back to this color palette and choose a darker color. Maybe I need to add some more spacing. Alright, I think that'll work. Oops. Okay. And time for the head. I'm going to use this reddish color. And just like before, what I mean is drawing the head, have the feathers overlap. Helps to be in the right layer. Okay. Fantastic. So we have our 2 birds hanging out. Let me merge all of that together. Great. Now, below the birds, it's time to add the bird bath because it's a hot summer day. I'm going to draw with this brush here called Canvas Detail. Let's check out the brush settings. This is how the brush behaves when you draw with it. Looks good. And I will choose black. Going to reduce the size of the brush. Maybe not. I'll leave it at 92. We'll see what happens. So let's see. A bird bath is round. So I'm going to draw one huge circle, and if I hold it, it should make a clean oval shape. Alright, let me just move it. Just going to make it a little bit bigger. Even bigger. If it's a hot day, these birds need a nice big bath. Alright. I think that's good. zoom out. Alright, and I will duplicate this, lower it, and above those two ovals, zoom in and draw the connecting sides of this bird bath. Okay, let's merge all of that together. Now it's time to color it in. Okay. So I'm trying to see what color I should make the color of the bird bath itself. How about this dark, kind of like a concrete blue? And let's change the brush to, let's try this pastel square mixer, reduce the size of it. Should be good. Let's color it in. Okay, so we've colored that in. Let's merge it down. And I think I'll draw the legs of this bird bath. So I'll choose that canvas detail brush again. Bam. I'm going to duplicate that. Duplicate. Flip it. And move it to the right. Merge this down. Duplicate it again, and right below it I will color it in with, I suppose, a darker blue. Let's use a different brush for it. Let's use that impress control and increase the size, like 300. Let's see how it looks. Good. Reduce the size and choose a different blue. Trace this out. color it in. We undo that. Okay, and let's see. What should we do next? I guess add the water. So let's do this. Let me merge those down first. Choose a layer, add the water. I would choose this mixed color and let's try this brush called Ink Stain. I will reduce the size of it. See how it looks. That looks nice. It's kind of a wavy, cool color. Okay. So I think I'm going to make this a different shade. Reduce the size of it and increase that flow. And I'm going to add some concentric circles to represent little, you know, like if you throw a pebble in the water or something. Kind of like that. Let's try another one. And one more. Cool. Alright, let's merge that all together. I need to trace the fountain base. So just go back to the canvas detail brush. Size is that 92. Just going to reduce that size again to 70. Whoops. Lost control there, so let's do this. Yeah. I know the problem might be my smoothness, so I'm going to increase that. And what this does is create lines that are a little bit more smooth, but the line will also draw slower. Okay, and come out. Alright, let's see. Can I draw that again on this side? Sure. I think it's Alright, well, that's going to bother me, so I'm just going to merge those down. And you guessed it, duplicate it, flip it, and move it to right here. done. Merge that all together, and I guess last thing to do is merge that together. Don't know what that was. We're gonna color in the background, so I imagine that they're at a park with lots of trees. Let's choose this Soooo brush. We'll choose a green color. Do I have any green? We'll choose that green first. See what size is this brush. 394. Let's see what happens. Not bad. Okay. I'm gonna choose a different green. Alright, and a different brush. Increase the size of this brush. This would be like tree leaves. Not feeling it, so there you go. That's a little tree. That's another little tree. Okay. And let's add the tree trunk. So that's kind of like a burnt orange color. Let's try this guy. Right here, get a brush. This might be cool ink roller. Let's see how that looks. The size is 456. Alright, so we can see that it's going to draw like this. This is what this brush looks like. If I draw like this, top to bottom. Let's see what it looks like. To pick the right layer. Let's try this layer. That's kind of cool. Alright. Maybe I'll change this angle. Alright, here we go. And reduce the size to that. Let's draw some branches. More branches. Okay. Alright, you got the gist, and let's go back to the green we had earlier. Make it a little bit darker. choose the original brush. Go.